no matter what you're going through, God is able to direct. He's able to guide. He's able to do abundantly well and to make your path straight. He's able to fix all our problems. And I say that with experience, because no matter what we face in life, no matter what unpredictability, it may seem like nothing exactly happens. Like, you know, when you're going through a problem, it seems like 1 minute is like a whole day or a few hours. But can I tell you that one of the reasons why we fail, one of the reasons why we become so anxious and overwhelmed with many issues is only because we lost faith. We lost faith and we did not give our all in all to God. Because when we do, then we know that no matter what the circumstance, that God allows it. He allows it, and He allows it for a reason. Sometimes we don't understand that. I've been there and I've thought about it, and I say, you know, over the years, I've not been able to fix one of my problems, worrying and thinking about it, becoming anxious, becoming so overwhelmed when I can't sleep. So I've gotten to the point of resistance wherein if it even comes across my mind like 2 minutes, those true Christians know what I'm talking about. Those who have been through the trials know that you don't just get over a worrying state or you not having faith through your problems by one experience. You know, it takes a repetition of experiences to realize that you really cannot do it, and it makes no sense. So when the problems comes up, you can't fix no problem by worrying about it. You can't fix it yourself either. It's designed that way, especially once you mention the name of God. Once you call on God's name, once it is that you believe in Jesus, there's no way of trying to fix that yourself. People may feel like they're fixing their problems themselves, but they're not. God is having mercy on them. So it is by repetition of going through these things over and over that I can speak this way, and even now I still have a lot to learn, because as Christians we should never ever think that we're so high and that we're so holy that no sin, nothing at all, no trials, nothing cannot tempt us, nothing cannot overwhelm us, because again, we are dust, and we're only what we are because of the mercies of God. And God is our true author, and He allows us to go through different crises. We have to remember Job. Remember his situation? Yeah, this was a perfect man. Well, perfect almost, you know, living much better than you and I bet. And guess what? God still allowed the devil to touch him. He couldn't take his life. And trust me, if the devil could have taken his life, he would. Especially when he held his ground and still held on to God and still called on God's name through his crisis. So I'm telling you that God will allow different things to happen to you, and it's for different reason. Can I tell you though that a much more bigger blessing is coming your way? No matter what your situation is, no matter what's going on, a blessing is coming your way. It is. So don't worry. You know, can you tell me one person? Just put in the comments, one person, or do you know anybody at all who fixes their own situation? If you can, then you can let me know. You know, I just wanted to pause and kind of show you guys here. Look at this. It is so important that at times we walk, whatever peaceful activity we want to find, it's so important that we find some kind of activities, you know, some kind of peaceful thing that we love doing, and kind of do it, you know, like for yourself. Because sometimes we get overwhelmed for real, and we got to take a deep breath I've done this whether I'm going through good times or bad times, like just going on long walks, and finding a path, as in finding that peace of a mind. Not that your home is not peaceful, not necessarily, but sometimes with everything, you just feel like you want to go and talk with God alone. Some people use their closets. Some people use their cars. I use everything, especially nature. I go for walks and I talk to God. If you were to pounce upon me, you'd think that I'm going crazy, but I'm talking to God. And this morning I wanted to pause that a little bit and encourage someone that it will work out. Yeah, it will work out no matter what. It will work out. This is happening right now. We see wars going on. God is coming back. He's coming back for his world. The coming of the Lord that the Bible speaks of, it's gonna happen. And these are sure signs and wonders. I was doing a reading and I want you to give me your thoughts on it. Whether you are in North America, you are in the United States of America, Canada, South America, China, Africa, whether North Africa, West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Scotland, England, the United Kingdom overall, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, wherever it is in the world that you are. What do you think about that reading that says that Israel will be deceived by the Antichrist, and that something is going to happen that is strange, that this whole thing is a delusion, that this whole thing, it will reap a reward that wasn't planned for? I don't know what these nations look like nowadays, but I know Iran is mentioned as Persia in the Bible. And it says that Persia's head will fall, which we saw happening recently, and we saw the rise of a sun. And I'm saying to myself, that story in the Bible, I don't know, for some reason, it kind of, I don't know, it speaks a lot about what's going on now. I'm able to kind of relate to what it's saying when I think about what the situation is currently. It says that Israel will be deceived, and that the problem is deep within the government. They think it's coming from outside, but it's right there. All I can tell you is that God's will be done. I encourage you to keep the faith during this unpredictable time, because we don't know what's going to happen. We cannot tell, because God himself, as I said earlier, dictates and tells what's going to happen. He knows his plans. And one thing I know for sure, he has good plans for you and I. So be encouraged, have a stable mind, trust God, and don't give up. Until next time, friends, trust God's plan and keep going. God bless you.